It is because of chapters like this that this has to be the greatest arc in Fairy Tail. Hey guys, and welcome to my review of Fairy Tail chapter 405. This chapter picks up 20 minutes before Face activated last chapter, so we're basically finding out what happened between Natsu and Mard Geer before everything kicked off at the end of last chapter. We start off straight away with Natsu going straight into his fight with Mard Geer, and he is getting completely wrecked. Mard Geer is totally overpowering in every single way. He's countering every one of Natsu's moves, and he literally cannot lay a finger on him. Natsu goes in with Dragon Talon and gets countered by Mard Geer, and he breaks the floor from below him. Natsu falls into this pit, and then we quickly go straight to Igneel and Agnologia, and we find out that Agnologia can actually speak. He finally talks for the first time, and he's displeased that Igneel is still alive. So it kind of makes you wonder, is Agnologia one of the reasons why the dragons disappeared? Did he fire some massive magic to wipe out the dragons, or did the dragons go into hiding within the dragon slayers? Assuming that Igneel is not the only dragon that that's within the dragon slayers, did they all go into hiding within their dragon slayers, or did Agnologia do something, a certain magic that wiped out the dragons, and Igneel managed to go into hiding within the dragon slayers? Because the way he talks about how Igneel, how he's displeased that Igneel's still around and how dragons are his enemy, it kind of makes you believe that he had something to do with that, because we already know he was a dragon slayer that bathed in so much dragon blood that he became the dragon we know. So with all this, did he do something 7 years ago? Like, did he wipe out so many dragons and that's the reason he transformed into the dragon? Or, because it's kind of a bit weird how he's mentioning this sort of thing if he had nothing to do with it. But then we go back to Natsu and Mard Geer, and Mard Geer uses his thorn technique on Natsu. This is when he's still falling through the ground, and Natsu is literally about to get crushed. He's about to get stabbed at every angle, but Sting and Rogue come in and slice up the thorns just in time and save Natsu. We then go into a comedy routine with Natsu being reunited with Sting and Rogue, and it's just a couple of little moments of Natsu asking them where they've been, then cutting them off and saying it doesn't matter, and then Sting asks Natsu if they should team up against Mard Geer, and Natsu says, yeah, that's a great idea, but he has to refuse because Igneel is the one person who gave him this mission to destroy Mard Geer. Igneel entrusted him with defeating Mard Geer. So Sting and Rogue are obviously not happy with that. So Sting confuses Natsu. He turns it into a competition, and saying that he'll be the one to take down Mard Geer first. And so Natsu, obviously being Natsu, doesn't want to lose to anyone. So he's like, oh, I'm going to defeat him first, and runs straight in. And Sting and Rogue come in as backup. It was just a really cool moment of how obviously Sting's not the greatest character in Fairy Tail. We all know about what he did in the Grand Magic Games, and it's just nice to see a little bit more of him maybe using his knowledge, like using these tactics that we thought he was going to use in the Grand Magic Games, but use them to help Natsu, and can we just see a little bit more strategic side of Sting that we haven't really seen before. Here's an opportunity for those two characters to redeem themselves and become somewhat of a decent pair of characters. We then go into some really good Dragon Slayer action. This really reminded me of when at the beginning of the Natsu Gajeel v Sting and Rogue fight, where it's just two Dragon Slayers teaming up together to take down these two other Dragon Slayers, especially when it's Sting against just Natsu and Gajeel, and you see them trying to team up and defeat Sting. It just brought me back, because that is one of my favourite fights in Fairy Tail. I know the way Natsu beats Sting and Rogue is a bit questionable, but in the anime, that is one of the greatest fights I reckon in Fairy Tail, and I can't wait for this to get animated because this fight is becoming one of those great Fairy Tail fights. We see this with Natsu charging into Mard Geer, and Mard Geer counters him. We have Sting come in, Mard Geer counters him as well and pushes him away, and then Rogue come in with a shadow attack, which Mard Geer dodges. But as this happens, Natsu comes up from the ground and boots him in the face. At this moment, Rogue comes in with an attack, gets another, connects with Mard Geer again, and then we finish with Sting booting him through the walls. And this is just, it was just really fun. I could imagine straight away how this would look in the anime and how fast paced this fight could become. And it's always good to get team up Dragon Slayer action. All the best fights are when Natsu and Gajeel team up. This goes into what Mard Geer states at the end. He gets up from the ground and he says that he has 2 dragons, and he has dragons fighting in the air, and he has 3 children of dragons here, with more flying and wandering around his castle. See, I don't know if Mard Geer was on about the other Dragon Slayers or the other Fairy Tail members that are running around the castle, because if he means more Dragon Slayers, then obviously we got Gajeel, who could easily, well, hopefully get healed up, and then he can come and join the battle. Or we got Wendy, who can fly over, and she's got Dragon Bolt, so he should be able to teleport her over, hopefully. And obviously we don't know what's happening with Jalal and Cobra's crew, because they've all came together as a group. So if they're coming over to where everyone is fighting right now, we could potentially have Cobra join this Dragon Slayer fight. And then if all the Dragon Slayers come together, we've got the whole lot of them. Obviously we need Laxus to be healed, but we could potentially maybe have Cobra join them, and have Cobra, Gajeel, Wendy, and have them all at Mard Geer. I don't know if that'd be a bit too overpowered, but at the moment it's a good mix. I like the fact that there's only 3 Dragon Slayers there at the moment, and it's turned out to be a really decent fight, decent teamwork with them all working together to fight off Mard Geer. And I don't know if more Dragon Slayers, maybe 1 or 2 could potentially work, but I don't know if all of them came. It would be a bit difficult to make something really entertaining. It might be a bit crowded, but yeah, overall this was a great chapter. I really enjoyed it. I'm loving the fight so far. It's one of those great Fairy Tail fights, but overall I thought this chapter was amazing. The fights in this arc have been phenomenal, except for maybe the Urza fight we had last week, but all the others have been phenomenal. So this is looking to be one of the greatest arcs ever, and I'm really enjoying where this is going. Hopefully it doesn't get this fight doesn't get cut short because of Face, because obviously we only got 20 minutes before Face activates again, and we know it's going to be activated now. So hopefully it doesn't get cut short, and we get a decent amount of fighting before that happens. But this was a great chapter of Fairy Tail. I really enjoyed it. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and come back for more Fairy Tail videos on Mount Yuboko. So cheers guys, bye.